Imagine for a moment that your spirit is like a beautiful, sophisticated computer system, a divine design, coded perfectly, wired for love, joy, peace, creativity, and connection. This system was meant to run on the energy of truth, trust, and divine protection. But when a narcissist enters your life, it is much like a virus slipping into the computer. At first, you may not even notice the infection. The system still runs. You still smile. You still believe. But beneath the surface, the code is being rewritten. Tiny, almost invisible shifts start to happen. Doubt is inserted where certainty once lived. Fear replaces trust. Shame becomes a hidden subroutine, running quietly but constantly in the background. You begin to second-guess yourself. You begin to hesitate to speak your truth. Your sense of reality, once grounded and clear, begins to distort, just slightly at first, and then more and more. This is not just emotional manipulation. It is spiritual warfare. It is an attack on the very operating system of your soul. This is why the effects of narcissistic abuse are so devastating. Because it doesn't just wound the mind, it wounds the energy body. It entangles the emotional body. It fragments the spirit. Healing from this kind of attack requires more than talk therapy alone. It requires a full system restore, a spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical cleansing and reprogramming. And the tools for that healing are already within your reach. One of the most powerful ancient technologies we have been given for healing is fasting. Fasting is not just about abstaining from food. It is about creating a sacred space within yourself where the divine can do the deepest work. When you fast, you unplug from the world's noise. You stop feeding the virus. You allow your system to recalibrate. You give your body a chance to initiate autophagy, the process by which damaged cells are broken down and recycled. And you give your spirit a chance to break free from the loops of rumination, self-doubt, and pain. Fasting, especially when paired with prayer, meditation, and intention, becomes a holy reset. It is the clearing of the corrupted files. It is the cleansing of the malware implanted by abusers and manipulators. During fasting, many people report a sharpening of intuition, a deeper connection to spirit, an opening of the third eye. This is no accident. When you are not constantly digesting physical food, your body can digest and process emotional and spiritual toxins that have been lingering beneath the surface. You can begin to feel again, but this time you feel with clarity, not confusion. You can hear your own voice again, not the implanted voice of your abuser. You begin to remember your original divine programming. You are whole. You are loved. You are powerful. You are free. But fasting alone is only one part of the healing. In today's world, where the nervous system is constantly bombarded with stimulation and false information, we sometimes need a bridge, tools that can help stabilize the mind and body while the deeper healing takes place. This is where sacred supplements can be incredibly helpful. Ormus is one such bridge, often called the philosopher's stone of the modern age. Ormus is a collection of monoatomic elements believed to enhance consciousness, repair DNA, and promote profound healing at the quantum level. When narcissistic abuse scrambles the pathways in your brain, Ormus can help reestablish the original circuits. It can help the brain form new, healthier connections. It can assist in lifting the heavy fog of depression and mental paralysis that often follows emotional abuse. It reconnects you with the cosmic energies that are your birthright. It restores vibrancy to a soul that has been dimmed but never destroyed. L-Theanine is another beautiful helper on this journey. Found naturally in green tea, L-Theanine promotes alpha brain waves, the same waves associated with deep relaxation, meditation, and heightened creativity. It gently guides the brain back into a state of peace without sedation. After narcissistic abuse, when your mind is trapped in loops of overthinking, hypervigilance, and painful memories, L-Theanine is like a cool hand on a fevered brow. It says to the mind, "You're safe now. You can rest." CBD, or cannabidiol, works in a complementary way. It supports the body's endocannabinoid system, which regulates mood, stress, immune response, and sleep. After prolonged emotional abuse, the endocannabinoid system is often depleted, leaving the body in a chronic state of fight or flight. CBD can help regulate this system, easing anxiety, promoting deep sleep, and restoring a sense of inner balance that may have been absent for years. It is like bringing the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and repair mode, back online after it has been shut down for too long. Kratom, when used responsibly and sparingly, can also serve as a bridge. It offers natural support for lifting mood, increasing energy, and soothing emotional pain. It is not a long-term solution, but for many in the acute phases of withdrawal from a narcissistic entanglement, it provides a temporary shore, a place to stand when the emotional waters are too deep to navigate alone. Yet even as these tools assist, there is one more sacred act that must not be overlooked: speaking your truth. The virus of narcissistic abuse thrives in silence. It embeds itself more deeply when you do not name what has happened to you, when you do not allow yourself to feel what was done to you, when you suppress your voice out of fear, shame, or survival. Healing requires reclaiming the voice that was silenced. It requires naming the reality you experienced without minimizing it, without excusing it, without bypassing it. Speaking your truth is an act of spiritual exorcism. It casts out the lies that were implanted in your mind and body. It opens the throat chakra, the energetic center of communication and personal truth. It reestablishes your sovereignty over your own reality. You do not have to shout your truth from the rooftops if you are not ready. Speaking it aloud in prayer, journaling it, telling a trusted friend, or even whispering it to yourself in the mirror is enough. The point is not how loudly you speak. The point is that you speak at all, that you allow the vibration of your own truth to move through your body, breaking up the residue of control and fear. In ancient traditions, speaking the truth was seen as a sacred act, a way of aligning with cosmic order. It was believed that truth had a vibration that harmonized the body and the universe. When you speak your truth, you are not just healing yourself. You are realigning with the divine frequencies of the cosmos. Other complementary practices can deepen and accelerate this healing. Meditation, especially focusing on the breath, can help reset the brain and nervous system, teaching the body how to exist in a state of peace rather than constant vigilance. Spiritual baths, using salts and sacred herbs like rosemary, lavender, or hyssop, can cleanse the energetic body of attachments and residue. Sound healing, using tuning forks, singing bowls, or even simply humming sacred sounds, can help recalibrate the vibrational field of the body. Connecting with nature, touching the earth with your bare feet, bathing in natural waters, sitting beneath trees, grounds the spirit and draws out emotional and energetic toxins. Healing from narcissistic abuse is not about becoming who you were before. It is about becoming who you were always meant to be. Stronger, wiser, more attuned, more sovereign, more aligned with the divine purpose that was planted in your soul before you ever entered this world. You are not broken. You are being reforged. You are not ruined. You are being refined. You are not lost. You are being returned to your true self. The experience of narcissistic abuse can be one of the darkest initiations a soul endures, but it is also an invitation, a call to rise higher than you ever thought possible, to know yourself more deeply, to reclaim your power more fully, to trust your own soul more fiercely. It is an invitation to step into your divine inheritance, freedom, clarity, strength, and peace. You are not alone on this journey. Millions are waking up from the spell. Millions are reclaiming their minds, their hearts, their lives. Every time you fast, every time you pray, every time you meditate, every time you supplement with sacred intention, every time you speak your truth, you are restoring yourself and contributing to the healing of the collective. Healing is not just possible, it is inevitable when you walk with intention, wisdom, and faith. You were never meant to live enslaved by someone else's distortion. You were meant to live in the full light of your own divine essence. And so it is, and so it shall be. As you continue walking the path of healing, you will notice something profound. Your intuition, once clouded by doubt and manipulation, begins to sharpen. At first, it may feel like faint whispers, gentle nudges that say, "This is not for you," or "Pay attention here." These whispers are sacred. They are the voice of your higher self, your original operating system, coming back online. You were never meant to question your own knowing. Narcissistic abuse teaches you to betray your instincts. Healing restores your ability to trust your inner compass. This is one of the most powerful victories you will reclaim. It is important to practice listening to yourself again without judgment. Every time you honor a gut feeling, no matter how small, you rewire your nervous system to trust rather than fear. Every time you listen and act in alignment with your soul's whisper, you are strengthening your shield against future attempts to manipulate or control you. The healed soul becomes like a well-protected server, firewalled, encrypted, sovereign. This is also where spiritual protection practices become essential. After narcissistic abuse, your energy field may feel thin, porous, even fragile. Think of it like the protective coating around your computer that needs updates and reinforcements. Regular spiritual hygiene is not a luxury. It is vital maintenance for your energy body. It is part of staying sovereign and whole. Simple but potent protection rituals include daily prayer, asking for divine shielding, visualizing yourself surrounded by a sphere of golden lights every morning and evening, cleansing your field with smoke from sacred plants like sage, palo santo, frankincense, or myrrh, bathing in salt water with the intention to dissolve energetic attachments, speaking declarations aloud, such as, "I now call back all of my power from all people, places, and times. I am sovereign under the authority of divine law." These practices are not about living in fear. They are about living in awareness. They are about refusing to be an open port for toxicity to re-enter. They are about affirming with every breath, I am sacred, I am sovereign, I choose what energy I allow into my field. As healing deepens, you may begin to notice physical signs that your spirit is stabilizing, your sleep improves, your appetite balances, your emotions, once chaotic and overwhelming, begin to flow naturally. Sadness when sadness is appropriate, joy when joy is present, anger when boundaries are crossed. Emotions become honest visitors rather than tyrannical rulers. You begin to feel at home in your body again, safe in your own mind, aligned with your heart. You no longer crave validation from external sources. Your worth is no longer negotiable. It simply is, rooted, anchored, unshakable. Another beautiful sign of deep healing is the ability to see the narcissist not as some all-powerful demon, but simply as a broken soul operating from profound disconnection. This does not mean you excuse their actions. It does not mean you invite them back into your life. It means you have transcended the frequency of victimhood. You have risen beyond the battlefield. True healing allows you to say, I bless you, but I release you. I do not hate you, but I will not dance with your shadows anymore. I choose the light. I choose myself. I choose the divine. Manifestation also begins to accelerate as healing anchors. As you shed the energetic entanglements of the abuser, you create room for blessings to flow into your life. Opportunities, relationships, resources, and inspirations begin to appear almost magically. The universe responds to your restored vibration like a homing signal. You become a magnet for what matches your healed state. It is important during this phase to dream boldly again, to envision a life beyond survival, a life rich with meaning, joy, purpose, and abundance. The narcissist trained you to expect crumbs. Healing teaches you to expect miracles, to believe again in the infinite goodness of life and your rightful place within it. Some practical ways to support this phase include creating a daily gratitude practice, even if it is just writing down 3 things each morning that you are thankful for, creating vision boards or affirmations that reflect your healed reality, engaging in creative pursuits that allow your soul to express itself freely, painting, singing, writing, dancing. Every act of creation is a declaration. I am alive. I am free. I am divine. You may also be guided to engage in deeper levels of healing work, such as trauma-informed therapy, energy healing modalities like Reiki, somatic practices that reconnect you with your body, or ancestral healing ceremonies to address deeper layers of inherited wounds. Healing is not linear. There will be days when old pain surfaces. This is not failure. This is the deeper layers coming up to be loved, witnessed, and released. Be gentle with yourself. Be patient. Be proud. Every tear cried is a toxin released. Every painful memory faced is a stronghold dismantled. Every moment of choosing yourself over the past is a victory for your soul. Understand that your journey is sacred beyond words. What you are doing, reclaiming your mind, your body, your spirit, is a radical act of revolution in a world that often profits from keeping people disempowered. You are not only healing yourself, you are healing your lineage. You are healing the collective field. You are participating in the restoration of divine order on this earth. And one day, if it hasn't already begun, you will find yourself guiding others. You will become the light you once desperately sought. Your scars will become stars. that light the path for others walking out of the darkness. Your voice, once silenced, will become a trumpet of truth, calling others home to themselves. You will look back and realize that what was meant to destroy you only revealed your true, indestructible nature. You are more than a survivor. You are a rebuilder of worlds. You're a carrier of codes. You are a warrior of light. It all begins with the first act of saying, no more. I choose myself. I choose God's vision for my life, not the counterfeit script others tried to impose upon me. And it continues with every fast, every prayer, every supplement taken with sacred intention, every truth spoken, every act of self-love honored. Your soul is returning to its original blueprint, radiant, whole, sovereign, and unstoppable. You were never truly broken, only hidden, only paused, only waiting for the right moment to awaken. That moment is now. Arise, restore, reclaim, and know that all of heaven is cheering for you with every step you take back into your rightful, magnificent place in creation. Take a moment now to close your eyes and place your hand over your heart. Breathe deeply. Feel your heart beating. Steady, powerful, eternal. This is the drumbeat of your life. This is a song that no one could steal from you. No matter what you endured, your heart remains. No matter who tried to rewrite your story, your soul still speaks in its original, holy language. You are not your wounds. You are not the lies that were projected onto you. You are not the shame that was never yours to carry. You are the living embodiment of divine resilience. You are the sacred child of an infinite creator who placed within you all the codes you would ever need to rise. And now, we declare together a restoration, a reawakening, a return to your true inheritance. Repeat these words within your heart, or out loud if you feel called. I call back every part of my spirit that was stolen, silenced, or suppressed. I revoke all permissions I ever gave to those who did not honor my soul. I delete all false programs installed by those who sought to control me. I break every invisible chain that tried to bind me. I command my healing. I claim my sovereignty. I declare myself free under the laws of the Most High. From this moment forward, I walk in the full power of my divine design. No more shrinking, no more doubting, no more apologizing for existing. I am here. I am whole. I am awake. I am unstoppable. And so it is. Allow yourself to feel the shift. Feel the layers peeling away. The old illusions dissolving like mist under the morning sun. Feel the armor of divine light forming around you. Not heavy armor of fear, but light armor of love, of wisdom, of truth. Your life going forward will not be about survival. It will be about thriving. It will be about dancing with destiny. It will be about creating, serving, loving, building, exploring, free from the parasites of the past. You will trust yourself again. You will love yourself again. You will remember that your soul chose this lifetime not to be broken, but to ascend. Not to be destroyed, but to be forged. The fires you passed through were not punishments. They were ceremonies. They burned away what was never truly you, leaving behind only the gold of your true essence. You are rare. You are holy. You are the answered prayer of your ancestors. You are the dream made flesh. And now, the world will see the true you, not the distorted reflection painted by wounded hands, but the radiant sovereign being you have always been. Walk forward in power. Walk forward in peace. Walk forward in the full armor of light. The narcissist's influence is over. The era of being silenced is over. The days of tolerating disrespect are over. The season of your flourishing has begun. Rise, beloved soul. The divine within you is victorious, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can ever take that away again.